bottles that I bought. Is this? Hi everyone, it's She here and welcome back to another video. Today we have a very exciting one because I'm going to be packing for my first ever trip to Korea. I can't believe I'm going to Korea. That's crazy. In this video, I'll be sharing how many luggages I'll be bringing and all the items that I'll be bringing, from clothes, electronics, personal items, and etc. So, we're going to be staying in Seoul for about 12 days, not including fly-in and fly-out dates. So, it's essentially 14 days, but I don't consider fly-in, fly-out days because, you know, that's not a full day. So 12 days is the time that we'll be in Seoul, Korea. We are just staying in Seoul this time. I really wanted to go to Busan, but I'll just save that for next time. And I feel like I should dedicate a Korea trip just to stay in Busan and go to like Jeju Island or something. Anyways, by the time you're watching this video, I'm probably gonna be in Korea already. I'm most likely spamming my Instagram stories and feed of my Korea trip, so if you guys want to follow me on my Korea journey, feel free to follow along there. First off, how many luggages will I be bringing? So, I'll be taking EVA Airlines economy, and according to their guidelines, they have a free checked baggage allowance of up to 2 luggages, 50 pounds each, and I'll only be bringing one, and it'll be this. Ta-da! I wanted to bring 2, but I only own 1, so if I exceed that amount, which I most likely will, I'll just buy another one in Korea. I think that'll be the plan, to be honest. Secondly, for carry-on, they only allow 1 carry-on up to 15 pounds. So this will be the carry-on that I'll be bringing, which is the same one I brought to my trip to Japan last year. And lastly, for personal bag, they allow 1 personal bag. I didn't see a weight limit on their website, but they do have dimensions listed, and it was smaller compared to if I were to fly any domestic flights, which is pretty normal. Usually international flights, the dimensions of your luggage are smaller compared to if you were in the US and you were flying domestically. I heard that they can be pretty strict when it comes to measurements of like your luggage when it comes to international flights. So definitely check your airline's dimensions before you fly. So moving on to what I'll be bringing to Korea. Okay, so I have a list on my Notion. I did use ChatGPT to help me actually. If you type in ChatGPT, not sponsored by the way, I wish, that'd be cool. If you type in ChatGPT, like the amount of days you're going to a certain destination, and possibly you could probably input the weather, and then they'll like pop out like a full-on packing list for you, which is insane. I didn't completely use what they wrote for me, but I used that as inspiration. Okay, so this is my packing list, as you guys can see. So we have things like electronics, personal stuff, documentations, toiletries, clothes, and etc. So I'll start out with electronics first. So first things first. So first thing on the electronics list is my phone and phone charger. And then we have my laptop and this super long charger. And then I have my travel adapter, which is in this cute little pouch. Mine is this. I believe Korea uses Type C and Type F plugs. If you don't know what it looks like, it kind of looks like Baymax. That's the best description I could give it. It looks like Baymax. Yeah. So they have that. And then I'm going to be bringing my power bank along with its cable. I don't know where I put it currently, probably somewhere around the home, but you could pretend that this is a power bank. my AirPods, and then camera stuff. So I have my Sony ZV1. This is a camera case. My camera's in here. Also comes with the cable and the charger for the batteries. Sony ZV1. And of course my new camera that I recently got, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I'm currently using it, but this is the pouch for it. A tripod for my Sony camera if needed. I'm probably not going to use it too much because I feel like I'll be using the DJI Pocket 3 more. And then I have this pretty cool SD card case that I recently got. It's a recent investment from Amazon. How do you open it? Ooh, looks pretty cool, right? I've never had one of these before, but I thought it would be a good idea since I film a lot nowadays. And I have at least like 4 SD cards, so I want to keep them protected. So we have this and my electronics chargers bag. So this is just a little pouch for all your cables and your charging needs, just to keep everything in one place. They have like this pockets, a big pocket here, flip. You have smaller pockets, which is nice. It's just to keep everything more organized for yourself. Okay, I think that sums up the electronics category. So moving on to personal stuff and documentations. But of course, let's first start off with the common stuff, which is your wallet, your credit cards, your ID, your passport, cash if you need, your vaccination card. Nowadays, a lot of countries don't need proof of vaccination anymore, but personally, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just like to bring my vaccination with me no matter where I go, because you never know what happens. What if you get denied entry? What if something happens during your trip while you are there, right? So I think it's safe to always have it with you. And instead of using my usual wallet, I'll be using this, my traveling wallet. This is a passport wallet, so your passport fits in here, everything fits in here. There's so many pockets, which I love. I love anything with a lot of pockets. Just a lady thing, you know. But there's like insane amount of pockets in here. It's crazy. So you have 2 pockets in the front. One, second is a zipper, and you open more pockets. More pockets. Oh, this is Malaysian money. I have some $10 bills here from when I traveled. And then you have a second section with even more pockets. Like, this is my dream in one. It's perfect. Everything is in one. I love it. It's so accessible. It's huge. This is like a little bit bigger than my face, I feel. Yeah. So we have that. And then paper printed documentation. This could be your Airbnb reservation or any other type of bookings, to be honest. I personally plan for worst case scenario. So let's say I don't have access to the internet, right? Can't go on my bookings. Then I have my paper booking. If I lost my phone, I have my paper bookings. I have plan A, plan B, plan C, and I think that it should cover all grounds. So I personally like to have paper printed documents, INFJ things. And then I have this eye mask. This eye mask is great because if you can see, it's kind of leveled. So it's not like your usual eye mask where it's like a flat surface. This is great if you're someone who has lash extensions, but this doesn't squish my lashes, which is amazing. And then of course, everyone needs a travel pillow. Yeah, that sums up the personal stuff and documentations. Okay, so next we have toiletries. This is the fun part. not really. I don't really like this. I don't like packing toiletries because I feel like I have a lot of toiletries and it just gives me a big headache sometimes. But I have no choice, you know, I have to do it. So for toiletries, I do have quite a big list, but we'll go over this pretty fast. So we have our 1 quart liquid bag that is TSA approved. So according to the TSA liquid rule, liquids, gels, and aerosols packed in carry-on must follow the 311 liquid rule, which is 3.4 ounces or less per container, and it must be in a 1 quart size clear plastic zip top bag. All liquids must fit in a bag, and it's 1 bag per passenger. So you don't have to use this if you don't have something like this. You could easily use a Ziploc bag, but I got this one, which has like a nice material. And note that this is for your carry-on. If you're planning to bring any other liquid items that are higher than 3.4 ounces, you could put it in your check luggage. So this is completely up to your preference. For me, I have like my perfume, hand lotion, I have some sunscreen, and I'll put in like my hand sanitizer, a mini toothpaste if needed, and like whatever I kind of need for my flight to Korea. I personally don't need much in this bag because most of my liquid items are larger than 3.4 ounces, so they're all gonna be in my check luggage. I feel like if you're traveling an international trip, you're most likely gonna bring liquids that are more than, you know, 4 ounces, so they're all gonna be in your check luggage anyways, and you probably won't really use much of this besides like all your necessities that you need for your plane ride. Let's say you are traveling domestically and you're just bringing your carry-on, you know, you kind of want to fit everything in this. And I have these like travel bottles that I bought from Amazon. They're so cute. Look at all these colors. And like you could put like your hair, conditioner, shampoo, body wash, etc. And all fits in this bag, and they are 3 ounces each. Ta-da! Moving on to all my other toiletries that I will be putting in this travel bag. Okay, let me show you guys this. This is pretty cool. This is probably my favorite investment for traveling. Ooh. It's actually quite heavy, but it's so nice. Look, it just closes like this. So this is gonna go in my check luggage bag. So what will I put in here? My contacts, toothbrush, comb, scrunchies, pads, deodorant, toothpaste, skincare stuff. Yeah, I think that kind of sums up everything for this bag. Other things that I'm bringing that doesn't fit in this bag would be body wash, shampoo, conditioner. I'm gonna be bringing larger quantities since I'm gonna be there for like almost 2 weeks, so. And then of course I have my makeup bag. I also have this travel mirror, which is like, open it and it like folds up like an iPad. But yeah, that pretty much covers toiletries. Although there might be some like items missing in my toiletries section or like other things. I'm gonna put a full detailed packing list in my description, so if you're looking for that, definitely check that out. Next is clothes. I'm gonna talk about it because I actually haven't picked out my clothes yet, so we're gonna talk about how many tops and bottoms I'll be bringing. The Airbnb we're gonna be at has like a washer dryer situation, so which is great. That means I could bring less and save more space for new clothes that I'm gonna buy. In my situation, I'm gonna bring 2 sets of sleepwear, 7 to 8 outfits. I'm gonna make sure that all my tops and bottoms are kind of interchangeable so I can make new outfits. 10 pairs of undergarment stuff, so your socks, your underwear, etc. 2 sweaters and 1 jacket. I don't really have to worry about the jacket because I think I'm just gonna wear it, so I won't pack that in my luggage, so I'll save some space. As for shoes, aside from what I'm gonna be wearing, which are sneakers. Maybe like one more pair of shoes, flats or something, but I feel like I'm gonna be wearing my sneakers like 90% of the trip. I'll bring like one cute handbag just for the pictures. And lastly, we have my accessories. So like jewelry, necklaces, earrings, rings. That won't take up too much space. Okay, so miscellaneous. I did not have this last year, so I decided to get one this year. And for my future trips, this is a luggage scaler. So it looks like this. And I believe, I've never used it yet, but I believe you're just attaching this to your luggage and you just weigh it like that, and then it'll tell you the weight on it. Pretty useful. I've always estimated my weight, which is not a good idea. So this is gonna help me out a lot, because last year I think there was a point where I was returning from Malaysia back to the US, and I think my luggage exceeded the limit, so I had to open it in front of the agent while I was checking in and like move over some stuff to another luggage, and yeah, you know, all that jazz. So I don't want that to happen again, so I got a luggage scaler. And then of course your water bottle, and I think that's it. I'm gonna buy some snacks for my flight, definitely 100%. This wraps up my packing for my trip to Korea, and yeah, I am very excited to show you guys what I'm gonna be doing there. I'm definitely gonna film a lot with my new DJI Pocket 3. I'm quite excited for it. I think I have like 6 more days until I fly out, so I'm so excited. It's gonna be my first time going to Korea, so everything's new to me. We're gonna be staying in Seoul, and I'm still finishing my itinerary, but we have so many cool activities that we already have planned. We're gonna go to Nami Island, Alpaca World. We're gonna go visit a lot of the night markets. We're gonna eat a lot, that you already know. We're gonna rent a hanbok and visit the palace, of course. Oh, and for me, I'm going to be doing a personal color analysis test, so you already know that's going to be a whole video. I personally don't know what my color tone is. Okay, I'm going to guess that I am either a spring or a summer. If you have a guess, let me know, because I have no idea, but I also like pastel colors, so maybe I'm biased. But possibly spring or summer. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, and I'm gonna share it on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope this is helpful for those who are gonna be traveling to either Korea or anywhere in the world this year. If you have any questions, definitely drop them in the comments. And if you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!